Welcome to the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie, powered in part by Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie. I'm so glad that you guys are joining us today for another edition of the Denton Vibe. And tonight we have Sable Breeze here with us.
Hello.
Hey,
Super
Sable.
excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you, and I'm getting a little teaser of her right before we started with her sound set or sound check. So we are so excited to have you here. Thank you for being here tonight. And I am so ready to hear you sing.
Yay. I'm ready to sing. I'm excited.
Yay. So before we do that, we're going to get to know you just a little bit better. For those of you that may not have heard about her, for those few people that haven't, tell us a little bit about yourself, Sable.
Well, my name's Sable Breeze.
Nice.
I live in Flower Mound, Texas, in Denton County. Lived there, same house all my life.
Nice.
Love Denton. Love coming to Denton. It's the best music scene in the world.
That's true.
Yes, definitely. I started coming here. My best friend lives in Denton, and I also started coming here on the open mic circuit.
Oh yeah.
Looking for new
definitely.
open mics to come to, and I was like, oh, there's like 500 open mics in Denton.
Fill your calendar of choice.
And now it's like my favorite place to come and perform and be. And
that is so awesome. Now, I actually caught a glimpse of you on some radio show, Denton Radio, out at the market.
At the market.
Jake had you on. So I was like, wow, she's awesome. I'm going to have to invite her. So I was like, let me steal Jake's guest. Sorry, Jake. I had to put her on my show. So I wanted to invite you here tonight because I wanted to. Yes, I absolutely love. I'm not going to lie, although I love poetry, art, and my show is all about art, writing, poetry, everything, and music. It's always awesome when we get to have the musicians live in the studio because I feel like I get a personal concert. Yeah. And I absolutely love that. But so you've been hanging out in Denton doing the open mics, and so which ones have you done?
I've done LSA Burger Co., which is like right next door to us right now.
LSA.
That one's super fun. Monday nights. Dusty's Bar and Grill on Wednesdays.
Nice.
Killer's Tacos on Tuesdays. That's a go-to. That one's super fun. I do the DSG meetings at Armadillo Ale Works.
That's always fun too. Now I love going to see them. Every once in a while I'll have a chance to go do that. And I love the artists that come from there. I haven't been to too many of the other ones. I've done LSA and I've done the Armadillo one. Never been to Killer's Tacos. I need
Killer's
to go.
Tacos is awesome.
Yeah,
Killer's
everybody
Tacos
says
is
that.
a vibe. Yeah,
Nice.
for sure.
I need to go. I need to catch up.
Yeah.
What else is happening?
Like for me right now?
Well, sure, on the Denton scene.
On the Denton scene. I love performing at the markets, like you said.
Yeah.
Love doing that. I recently started trying to come out here and busk every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's super fun. Yeah.
For everyone, okay, I am the person that didn't know what busking was until last year. And so, I mean, I knew what it was visually, but I didn't know there was a word for it. So I learned that word literally here in Denton like a year ago.
Yeah.
For people who are not familiar with that phrase, let everybody know what busking means.
So busking is basically just like playing on the street for tips, you know?
Definitely.
Performing for people just right there on the corner.
I actually did that once.
Really?
Yes, one time, and it was impromptu. And I did it with Drew Deanna.
Oh, I love Drew. He is so fun.
I actually, he let me hijack his microphone out in Dallas. My husband and I happened to be in Bishop Arts one night, and Drew was playing at one of the local bars there. And he let me hijack his mic one song, and I did it. And so I can actually say I was actually busking out in Dallas. Yeah. I wish it would have been here in Denton, but hey, I'll take Dallas. It was my hometown, Oak Cliff area, so Bishop Arts. anyways.
Yeah. Either way is fun. Yeah.
It's an experience, that's for
Yeah.
sure. It was on the busiest corner too, so I was really proud
It's
of
a lot to get used to.
Yeah.
People are right up, like, close to your
Yes.
face, and so it's like,
Definitely. And it's right on that busiest corner in Bishop Arts. And I was like, oh my,
Yeah.
there's that Whitehall Exchange. Shout out to Whitehall. I like it over there too, but we like it here in Denton a little bit better.
Sorry.
Anyway, so what do you have planned to play for us tonight?
Well, the first song I'm gonna play, I decided to play because it's close to Valentine's
Yes,
Day.
definitely.
I actually wrote this song about a couple friends of mine that were getting married, so it's based on their love story. Yeah. So it's called Our Story, and it's also up on my SoundCloud.
Okay, well, we'll have to check it out then afterwards. But for right now, we got it live.
All right, cool. I remember when I saw you in the 8th grade. I said you were weird and then you ran away. Well, even back then, you know I had a crush on you. Who knew we'd be in a saying our I-dos? And this seems like a cheesy movie. And this seems like a good idea. I can't believe you're all mine and I'm all yours now. I'm so glad we can make it here somehow. Do you remember when I took you on our first date? I was so nervous that I almost ran away. I'm so glad I didn't because you're the love of my life. And even back then I knew that this was right. And this seems like a cheesy movie. And this seems like a good idea. I can't believe you're all mine and I'm all yours now. I'm so glad we can make it here somehow. Now you're stuck with me, I'm never gonna let you go. Because to me, baby, you're more precious than gold. And we'll remember this day for our whole lives. The day we promised we'll never leave each other's side. And this seems like a cheesy movie. And this seems like a good idea. I can't believe you're mine and I'm all yours now. I'm so glad we can make it here somehow. So glad our forever starts right now.
Woo!
Yeah, that's good.
That was awesome. I actually love the topic.
Yeah.
For all you newlyweds out there.
Right.
I wonder who I'm talking about. Anyway, so, okay. When did you know that you wanted to write music, sing music, play instruments, guitar, ukulele, all of that good stuff?
Ever since I was little, I guess around elementary school age, I started writing songs.
Really?
I always said I want to be a superstar when I grow up.
Did you?
And I would watch American Idol and stuff and be like, I want to be a singer and stuff like that.
Nice.
But around that age is when I started kind of writing songs, and it would just be like one verse or like a couple verses or something like that.
Very cool.
And then once I got my guitar, around I guess my senior year of high school is when I started writing full complete
Your whole
songs.
world changed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I can imagine because, when you're writing stuff, it's one thing, and then you feel almost like your voice is being, you haven't let it out yet. Literally,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm writing, I'm saying things. This is all relevant and valid, but until I can sing it, it literally,
it's like a release.
yeah,
You know?
you haven't found that voice yet. And when you have the guitar and then you're writing and then you sing, oh my goodness,
it all
it's
like
just
clicks together.
It all clicks together, and it's like an explosion of artistry. So
absolutely,
props to you for doing that. So I can imagine how many songs you've written.
I've written a lot.
Yeah, I can.
I wouldn't be able to say like exactly how many songs I've written. Probably ones that are like complete and that I really like and stuff like that, and that are like full songs. I'd say maybe around 30-ish.
Wow. Okay,
20,
so that's a
30.
lot. Out of all of those finished songs that are already completed, and which one is your absolute favorite and why?
Oh my gosh. You know,
I know it's
it
hard.
really it depends on how I feel in the moment, which one's my favorite. One that I really enjoy playing and that I get to play with other people a lot is probably Not Afraid, which is just a song about, you know, not being afraid of love anymore and stuff like that. But then on the flip side, I wrote a song called Our End, which is about the end of a relationship. And that one, I don't know, I just feel like I relate to it, and I feel like other people have told me they relate to it and stuff like that. And so I like that one because of that reason, but I love them all, so it's hard to pick a favorite. But I guess those are my two moods, I suppose.
Your two moods that stick out more than the others, although you love them all equally.
Yeah, exactly. You can't pick which one's your favorite kid, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well,
this one behaves
some
the
people
most,
will
you know?
pick their favorite. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've heard a few people say that's not my favorite child, and I always laugh because I'm
That's the
thinking
problem child right there.
I think they're joking, but they're like, no, for real, that's not my favorite child. Like, okay, I'll take your word for that.
They better shape up, I guess.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so when your friends come to hang out, do you have like a jam session? I'm always curious about that.
You know, I have a lot of musician friends now,
Yeah.
so people I hang out with at open mics and stuff like that. So I guess we do jam occasionally. As far as like just hanging out on a regular basis goes, not so much.
You're like, I do normal stuff too.
Yeah, I actually get more nervous playing for people that I know.
Really?
Yeah, and like small groups of people that I know makes me more nervous than like an
Big crowds.
audience, you know, for some weird reason, you know.
You know,
people are
that's
always
really
surprised.
strange. So what would you recommend to somebody who is starting out, doing the same thing you're doing, following in your footsteps or whatnot? So stage fright, it's very real.
Yes.
I know. I'll attest to it because
Yes.
it stopped me in my tracks almost all of my life. And I
Yeah.
took, you know, I was in choir, did the whole singing thing and or you know, voice classes and stuff, but it stopped me in my tracks. Literally, it would not put me on stage, and I regret all of that now. So
Yeah.
what would you tell people to overcome that? Because it's a very big deal.
It's a very real thing. And when
Yeah.
I first started performing, like, I'm not even over exaggerating, I would cry after almost every time. And it didn't matter how well I did. Like, I would just, like, cry because I would get so nervous. Really, the only thing that I can suggest is just keep doing it and doing it as much as you can, wherever you can. Once I started, I started doing an open mic almost every day of the week, you know, a couple years ago.
Practice.
And that's when I really started to get over it because every place I went to was new pretty much. And I would go to all these places, perform all the time. And that's really when I started to get over it, is because you just have to do it enough to realize, like, it's okay, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can relate to that also on this end, because I will never forget my first episode of the Denton Vibe here. And I was so excited, super excited. But then I was so nervous because this environment was very new to me. And I'll never forget going home thinking, oh my gosh, I messed up so bad. And I did it live and now it's recorded. And then I remember going back and rewatching that episode, my very first episode. And I was like, okay, that was monumental in my mind as it was happening.
Exactly.
But when I went back to watch it, okay, I messed up, but it was not as it was not as severe as I
Yeah.
felt it at the moment. So
That's something that can help too, is filming yourself and watching it back and
Yeah.
just realizing like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought.
yeah.
And that's something that used to happen with me in like acting class and stuff. When I used to take acting,
Nice.
I would watch myself back on video and I would be like, oh, that wasn't completely horrible, you know? Like, okay.
It gives you a
that was
different
all right.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So that's,
totally
that's
different.
something that's good to do, definitely.
Oh man. Okay, so I would love it if you'd play another song.
All right, cool. I think the one I'm going to play next is actually on the baritone ukulele.
Okay.
This one is called Nothing I'd Rather Do. I actually wrote it for the last Denton Songwriters Guild meeting here.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so, and this is the first time it's on the internet, so first time internet debut.
Okay.
So I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think.
I always love it when people come on here, musicians come on here and do a song for the first time. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. I feel so special.
Yeah.
I will take that as a privilege and I will keep it in my court.
Yeah.
So you hear it here, debuted on the Denton
Debuted
Vibe.
on the Denton Vibe. You held my hand and led me down the sand. You told me you loved me there as you looked through my eyes. You saw my soul and all the dark it holds, but you still loved in full and wiped the tears that I cried. You opened up my heart, then you took it all apart, glued it back together so it was stronger than the start. I looked into your eyes and said, I wanna spend my life with you. You said there's nothing I'd rather do. Our love is like the tides up and down. It rides with the flow of life. It moves forward and back. You held my hand as we left the sand into the unknown. Of the future we swim. The waters were deep and I sank 100 feet. You pulled me back up and I once again could breathe. You looked into my eyes and said, if I have to take care of you, then there's nothing I'd rather do. The shore, our own small plot of land. We built it up from the sand we stood upon. Brick by brick we built a castle there. Then you brushed back my hair as I told you once again, I wanna spend my life right here by your side. In a castle made of sand, just listening to the tides. And if the world starts crashing in, you know I'd build it all again for you. There's nothing I'd rather do. There's nothing I wouldn't do.
Made me want to go sit on a beach and hear that by a fire.
Yeah, I love the beach. So
yeah.
that's kind of the goal.
I'm like, yeah, you probably travel with your guitars if you ever do that, but I would love to sit around a fire by the beach, on the beach, and just hear all kinds of songs.
Yeah.
That's always so
chilling.
comforting and cozy. And you know what? It is time for this weather to change.
It is.
Yes.
I am not a fan of the cold. I get cold so easy.
Me too.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan. I'm anti-cold. Yeah. I don't want to be cold. It makes me a miserable person.
Especially once Christmas is over. That's the only thing I look forward to in the winter.
Yes.
Once that's over, I'm like...
You're like, show's over, guys. Stop.
It's time to get it back to at least 60.
Come on. No kidding. And it's just been back and forth, and I'm just like, I don't know how to be. Yeah. I don't know how to dress.
Exactly.
It's very confusing, y'all.
You plan an outfit, and then they're like, JK, it's below 0 today. Like, guess again.
The struggle is real. I will walk out of the house, and it is hot, and then I come outside after work, and it's like freezing, and I'm like, this is not funny anymore. Yeah. Welcome to Texas, y'all.
Right.
Seriously.
Enjoy.
I know, right? Okay, so what do you have planned for your musical career?
Well, long run, I'd like to be on the Grammys or something like that. But for short
She needs to be on the Grammys.
For short-term stuff, I am entering a contest soon. Cool. Yeah, I was hoping to have that song ready by now, but then my microphone for recording broke, so I had to order a new thing, and that came in, so it should be up super shortly. It's a contest for Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. And so that'll be on my SoundCloud. So if y'all want to follow me on SoundCloud and wait for that to come out, just search Sable Breeze in Facebook and stuff. Views and shares will really help for that. So
you guys, views and shares are vital to this industry.
They really are.
I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
Because and I say we because we depend on that.
We do.
You want to support local, especially in a town like this. Mm-hmm. Support local by likes, shares, comments, subscribe, follow. I cannot stress that enough. It's not a popularity contest. It is a, kind of like a thriving in your field of art.
And it's kind of like, in this day and age, like, if you don't have it, like, that's it. Like, it's kind of a requirement, so.
Yeah, it is that important. And it, like I said, it's not a popularity it is vital for your growth as an artist. Yeah. And I cannot stress that enough. I understand that completely. So I'm like, go like us, please. Go like all of us and follow us and share us. Just share us. Please share us. Somebody's got to listen, right?
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm sure they listen to you, but.
Oh, well.
Anyway, so okay, you're doing a contest, you're writing all these songs, and what can we expect with your music after a few more?
After a few more, I mean, hopefully, I'm hoping to eventually get some stuff out on iTunes and Spotify and stuff like that. As of recently, I just recently started doing some demo work and joined a cover band as well.
Really?
So, yeah.
What are you covering?
We do kind of like pop rock type stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like it already.
So I'm excited about that. I feel like a rock star. I get to break out the electric with that one.
Really cool. Yeah, that's definitely cool. I love that.
Yeah, definitely.
So where are you going to be performing for that band?
Yeah, eventually. Right now I just had my first practice with them last week. But eventually, hopefully soon we'll start performing and stuff like that, gigging out.
Yeah, very double. Yay. She's got double duty, y'all.
Yeah.
You can find her twice.
Exactly.
So I will keep bugging you for another song.
All right. Yeah. Next up, I guess I will do Our End, which is
the other song.
The other one.
The other song. I love it.
This one's also on my SoundCloud if people want to listen to it.
Very nice. Now, I'm going to ask you what your favorite color is because I see a theme here.
Light blue.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, she's got light blue everything. I was thinking that's what it was, and then I saw your guitar strap. I'm like, yep, light blue.
Light blue.
Yeah, and
that's
it looks great on you, by the way.
Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, I love pale blues and stuff like that.
It looks great on you.
Thank you. All right. So yeah, hope you guys like this one.
Yay.
thought of me like I think of you. I thought that this time my love was true. I know I could say that I'm okay. I know we could be friends, but I couldn't handle that any more than I can handle not having any oxygen. This is our end. I'm sorry to see you go. We had a good run, didn't we? I was sure put on a good show. I thought I'd be crying over you. I thought I'd feel empty inside. I guess I'm still surviving off the memories. I guess for now that's alright. This is our end. I'm sorry to see you go. We had a good run, didn't we? I was sure put on a good show. You cared about me like I cared about you, but I can't make you love me if that's not what you feel. I suppose I'm better off. I suppose it's for the best. This is our end. I'm sorry to see you go. We had a good run, didn't we? I know you're happier now. I know I'll find my way without you somehow. Thank you.
I think so far that is my favorite.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
I like it. I like the mellowness of it in spite of the sadness.
Yeah.
I like the sound of it. Thank you for sharing that with us.
No problem. I'm glad you
Wow.
like
Okay. So where can people find you and your music and all of that? I know you mentioned SoundCloud.
Yeah.
But let's get these wonderful people hooked up with your social media.
Yeah, I am on pretty much everything. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Bandcamp. All of those accounts are just my name. So Sable Breeze, SableBreeze.
Easy enough.
Yep.
Man, that is easy because everybody's always like, well, this one has this, and then you spell it differently, and over here it's this. So
I wanted to make it keep it simple.
No kidding. So you guys make sure to check out her social media. And do you have any upcoming shows, or maybe they'll spot you at an open mic?
Yeah, I will be at the open mics around town, As far as upcoming shows go, I don't have anything booked up at the moment. But I do have another interview next week, so you can check that out I'll share that on my Facebook and all of that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to run through some notes before we let this lovely young lady leave here. So my live notes for tonight, obviously the Denton Vibe is all about art, all about writing poetry, all about music, and all about creative. So obviously we have Sable Breeze tonight. So thank you so much for being here with us in the studio. A few more Denton creatives that I want you to check out. First and foremost, I want to welcome my social media intern, Emily Capetillo.
Yay!
So I have found the one, y'all. Emily Capetillo is my new social media coordinator for the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie. I would like to give her a warm welcome to my team, as well as to dentonradio.com. You will be, if you're booked on my show, you're going to be dealing with her and me as well. So I just want y'all to give her a warm welcome. So Emily, thank you for joining my team. Also, I want to give a shout out to a fellow radio show host, Lilia Whittington of the D Diaries blog and podcast. Congratulations on your new show, Lilia. I am so proud of you. I cannot wait for your next episode. You guys have to check her out here on Denton Radio. She's doing an amazing job. She's a lifestyle blogger. Between her blog and the radio show, you guys are going to get hooked up with a lot of cool stuff going on at some of the shops here locally, as well as, you know, where she does everything. So you guys got to check her out. I do want to give a shout out to some of the people that have been my local support and just, you know, kind of the Denton Vibe Tribe family, amongst other things. I want to give a shout out to Danica Dobson of Flesh and Flora Photography, LaBrie Jones, aka Breezomatic, music producer and DJ, who will be performing at my next Lost Poet Lounge event in conjunction with Kitchen Sink and Greater Denton Arts Council. I want to give a shout out to Amanda Sweet with The Revamp. She's the content creator and influencer, as well as the founder of The Revamp, who will be performing at Lost Poet Lounge as well for the Love Is event as well. Sarah Jo and Eileen of Time to Get Real podcast. Those ladies have been a huge support to me as well, and I was previously a guest on their show, so I want to give a shout out to them. Mikey, who is Kind Beats, who is the other radio show host right before me, he always makes sure to give a shout out to me and tell everybody to stay tuned for my show. That means a lot to me, so I want to give a shout out to Mikey, and he does amazing music. You guys have to check him out. He's also here on Denton Radio. And Marie Dementh and Bertie Holly of What the Femme podcast. I was also a guest on there. They've been a huge supporter of me and the Denton Vibe, so I wanted to give shout outs to all of those wonderful, lovely Dentonites. Thank you so much. And there's so many more. That's just what I caught right now. So a few events in Denton to check out would be, obviously, the Love Is, which is me hosting with Kitchen Sink and Greater Denton Arts Council. That's February 20th at 6:30 at GDAC, or this always trips me up. The Patterson Appleton Arts Center finally got it out. The PAC.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, I know. Between GDAC and PAC, it's like, oh my gosh. March 8th is the Revamp Spring Swap at Armadillo L Works. You guys check it out. It's fun. I am revamped tonight, you guys. If you don't know what that means, go check it out. And March 21st at 6 p.m., also at the Greater Denton Arts Council, is going to be Stop It Before It Starts Gala, which is a huge gala they're going to be having for domestic violence survivors and abuse survivors. So check that out as well. And just because, you know, we're going to make this full circle, get a bite, Denton. And I want to give a shout out to the entire staff at Euro 360 for always doing such a great job of customer service. They always greet me by name, or those that do know my name. They always make me feel special when I go in there, and they always prepare the best food for me. So I just want to give a shout out to them, and also to George from La Milpa. He's always taking care of us. He's always making it like we're at home with him. So George from La Milpa Kitchen and Cuisine, shout out to all of you Dentonites. I'm so happy that you guys joined us. Stay tuned for next week. We have another great guest. Thank you so much, Sable, for hanging out for those long live notes. But we will see you next week on the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton. Do you love live music? If so, make Denton, Texas your next vacation. Find more information at discoverdenton.com.